loud dance music is enjoyable and we need it loud for various reasons, but it also can be a hazard and permanently damage your hearing.
I found out I was 50% deaf in both ears.
Monitor placement's really important. That's how I lost my hearing, just blasting the monitors out.
And I had 2 different tones in each ear, and I couldn't sing in tune, thinking I'm never going to be able to sing again.
It's about hearing, but also about the musical experience. Sound affects us in various different ways.
Sound to me is emotion, a feeling, connection. It brings people together. It's where you find your identity, where you find your space.
It ingrains so deep in me this tribal culture that exists on the dance floor. Electronic music, I think, is something in the repetition, the way it moves our bodies together. We move as one tribe on the dance floor.
From performing to millions of people around the world, I was recognizing patterns. And I noticed that there was a possibility that we could start to work with evidence, research, neuroscience, psychoacoustics, and create meaningful, functional, intentional journeys that help people.
I'm trying to create a soundtrack that will take people on a journey and so they can connect with themselves internally and perhaps realize things about themselves, notice blocks or things they want to shift and change.
If you're a DJ, you hold a tremendous amount of responsibility. So there's this sort of social, ethical responsibility to deliver sound and music that does no harm. So I've been very interested with the difference between music that could potentially do harm and music that can be beneficial to your, what we call salutogenic, which is the path to health and well-being.
Traveling a lot, playing in nightclubs all over the world, and I would always abuse the monitors. And you were seeing like a reaction of the crowd out the front, and you want to feel that as well. So you kind of end up having the monitors in the DJ booth quite loud.
I'm a DJ, and there's laws out there that protect, say, people who work in the construction company where noise is a byproduct. And we are working in an industry where noise is the product, but the same laws apply. How do you enforce that legislation?
I've been clubbing for too many years to mention, and being in the industry and working in clubs, gigging. About 6 years ago, when I had a really bad cough and cold, and I had a hearing test, and I was told that I was 50% deaf.
I'm a freelance photographer and artist manager, and I've really found recently that they've been really noisy, and I've really been damaging my hearing. And I've been considering buying some earplugs for a while, and I've used other brands before, and I found I don't really think they're actually intelligent.
If I told you your safe exposure time with music at 100 decibels is 15 minutes, what would you feel about that?
A little bit scared from my past experiences.
Loud music is a hazard and it can damage one of your important sensory organs. You know, well, I'm a victim of this. I'm wearing hearing aids and I've got chronic tinnitus. So to think that I couldn't do what I wanted to do, and I spent most of my life trying to do, is because I just didn't thinking about it.
If we overstimulate the ear, so there is some synapse, they are basically sending some chemical, and an overload of chemical can make that some of the cells which are inside the ear can die. If they die, unfortunately, the human ear cannot regenerate these air cells.
My practice, if you like, is do no harm. It's the Hippocratic Oath. Just if you're going to be a DJ or an artist or even a sound practitioner, just make sure you're not hurting someone.
Today there's not a cure for tinnitus, but there's different strategies that can help you to filter out the sound so it's not distressing for you. Sound therapy can be extremely useful at the beginnings. There's other strategy like cognitive behavioral therapy, which is more about being able to decrease the fear which is linked to the sound and being able to see that the sound that you hear is not dangerous. Really importantly, it's good to try to break this cycle.
I got it myself from years of raving, but over time, persistent use of therapeutic sound tools, be that gongs, bowls, drums, the voice, humming was really useful for me as well. Later moved to the C and the G weighted tuning forks, which seemingly creates this neural reset for the brain. Over a period of time, the tinnitus just faded away, I'm lucky to say.
Entrainment. Music that's slower than your resting heart rate
helps you to slow down your breath rate, your heart rate, blood pressure comes down, cortisol levels come down. We've got a whole new world of audio analgesics, which is sound to mitigate pain. Audio anxiolytics, that's sound and music to reduce the perception of anxiety. I think there's some really exciting things happening in the music industry, and I think that also it could help to protect people's hearing because the music doesn't have to be so loud.
If we start to be innovative, if we start to think outside the box, then we can bring an amazing experience and where we can combine vibration, sound, and potentially also light shows, like other things that make that people can have an amazing experience.
We could just touch on this now, is the use now of haptics in terms of feeling the bass vibration through the floor, so haptic flooring.
We're now doing these events where we're fusing our live sound, so gongs, crystal bowls, drumming, singing, fusing it with ambient electronics. And to do it at Fabric is amazing because we've all raved there. Never thought 15 years later I'd be on that stage as a sound artist. And the most amazing part about that room is that it's got this sort of vibro acoustic dance floor underneath, speakers in the floor, so you can really feel that bass. And we actually had the most recent event we did there was a group from the deaf community there, and they were on the front row, so they couldn't actually hear the instruments, but what they felt from the vibrations in the floor. And it felt to me like some of the most meaningful work that we'd done to be able to present this form of healing to that community who have maybe, I guess, been ostracized a bit. So it's amazing to see the speakers being used in this way. And so this fusion of live acoustic sound healing tools with ambient electronics, for me, seems like an amazing way to go.
It's the way forward, yeah, definitely.
And now we're in this incredible time where there are new environments to deliver even spatial sound using incredible arrays, and working with one project called Time Echoes at the Polygon Portal, where we're literally delivering a therapeutic sound journey with 37 speakers, including a very powerful sub. That means that you can experience, floating on a zero-G chair, the felt sound vibroacoustic experience, or sitting next to the subs, you can get a really, really tactile experience.
The low frequency energy, you feel it, and if you get a chance to experience haptics even out there as well, it's an amazing experience for sure.
So I work at a music college in Bristol, and I actually did a survey with the students before I came here. I made a Google form to find out how they listen to music. Music performance students, the instrument players, tend to be really good. They have a stronger awareness of the need to protect their hearing. The dance music producers, kind of less so. So one of the questions I was asking them is, do they wear earplugs when they go out to nightclubs? And about 50-60% of them don't, and say they never do. And so I think there's a lot more that can be done in education.
Well, I've said this many, many times. Recreational social listening is a major part of popular culture. Why is it not embedded in the curriculum?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? My daughter was taught sex education, drug awareness, alcohol awareness, online cybersecurity, but nothing about sound and safe listening.
To be able to not only be more mindful about when we're performing, the levels need to be right. Audio fidelity, not boosting in those resonant frequency areas that are going to damage your hearing. So I think there are a number of angles where we could raise awareness, we could educate and inspire, so that, if you like, a set of best practices can be deployed when creating functional music to help people.
Historically, and you've damaged your hearing from it just being too loud. So if this could be the next generation, for DJs as well, is that you don't have to have it so loud to still feel the experience.
It's like the universal language that we all share and are so passionate about is something that we all speak and we all can relate to.
Underlying principle is make sure that music and sound that you're delivering to people is at a level that's not going to damage hearing.
Because it's nearly impossible to legislate. You can't come in and say, well, he's not wearing earplugs.
And then just looking at ways where we could be more mindful about the choices and decisions we make as DJs, artists, performers.
It's kind of like a Wild West, isn't it? So everyone has to, I would say, take responsibility for your own hearing.
It's fundamental for me to look after my hearing, what I've got left. So I chose ACS earplugs and hearing protection because it's industry standard. I'd be lost without them now.
I need ACS earplugs that are personalised to you and fit you personally. has been really beneficial, and I really think I should advocate this to other young people in the industry, because I don't think people are thinking about it, and it can be really damaging to your future career.
Finally got round to getting my earplugs done by the lovely guys ACS here. Why has it taken me this long?